Shalom, Israel. Shalom. It's the brother Kutazi Hawa back at it with another lesson. Aparatadat, this be quick, fast, straight to the point. Father will. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Bracha HaKodash. Double honors to my teachers, the elders, and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to you brothers out there laboring in this truth and faith and sincerity. Shalom to you families out there watching, waiting, praying on Yahweh Shai's second return. Peace and blessings to the house of David, the hopeful elect. All right, so I came across this article, and it reads, Al-Qaeda calls on Muslims to attack Jews and Americans worldwide in chilling threat. Al-Qaeda leader Sheikh Saad bin Atef al-Awlaki called on Muslims to attack Jewish people and Americans across the world in a new chilling message to his followers. The leader shared a message via Telegram saying he would support all heroic operations aimed at causing harm to Jewish people and Americans throughout the world. Salaki. Okay, let's have to check that real quick. And he said, I bless and commend all the heroic operations carried out against Jews and Americans throughout the world, the leader wrote, and I call upon every honorable and zealous Muslim and every free, courageous, and notable person in this world to take the initiative and hasten to eradicate the dual evil, Jews and Americans, wherever they are found. All right. And clearly, this leader of Al-Qaeda is talking about, when he says Jews, he's talking about Amalek in the Bible known as Amalek. All right, the Ashkenazis and Americans, or so-called Americans, being the Babylonians, right, or Edomites. I mean, but also he could just be talking about, Americans in general, meaning like people that may identify as Chinese American, Black American, or whatever the case, Asian American, right? Mexican American, whatever. Whoever identifies as American could be that as well. The extremist leader continued by attacking the two groups, calling them the vile seed of evil. So congratulations to whoever inscribes their name on a list of glory and honor by their victory, to the best of their ability, over every drop of blood of the oppressed that has been shed, or every tear of a vulnerable child or woman that has flowed as a result of tyranny and oppression of these two plagues called Jews and Americans. So, clearly, even these folks are fed up, with the ways of the Babylonians, man. All right, like invading their countries for oil and shit like that. All right. Bombing their countries and shit. Al-Awlaki's threats come not only amid Hanukkah, a sacred Jewish holiday, but also as the Trump administration ramps up its rhetoric against terrorism and Muslims. Salakia, forgive me, Israel. I just woke up, but I wanted to get into this lesson that I had came across. Yeah. Salakia, forgive me for that. Bear with me. In recent days, the Trump administration has launched a large-scale strike in Syria in efforts to eliminate Islamic State group fighters and weapons sites following an ambush attack in Syria that left 2 U.S. troops and an American civilian dead last week. This is not the beginning of war. It is a declaration of vengeance. The United States of America, under President Trump's leadership, will never hesitate and never relent to defend people. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth said on social media. Similarly, in a social media post, President Trump IS warned is against attacking American personnel in the future. All terrorists who are evil enough to attack Americans are hereby warned you will be hit harder than you have ever been hit before if you in any way attack or threaten the United States of America, the president wrote. The president has also recently focused on Muslim groups as part of his anti-terrorism agenda. Last month, he started the process of designating certain Muslim Brotherhood chapters as foreign terrorist organizations and global terrorists, a move that could bring serious sanctions against influential Islamist movements. At the time, Trump accused the Muslim Brotherhood of supporting violent attacks towards Jewish people and supporting Hamas, another designated foreign terrorist organization. Salakia, bear with me. President Trump is confronting the Muslim Brotherhood's transnational network, which fuels terrorism and destabilization campaigns against the United States interests and allies in the Middle East. So basically, a lot is stirring up in the world right now, between these different nations, man, right? Between Babylon, Israel, and it's Salakia, Islamic or Muslim countries, all right? So, in the book of Matthew, in the book of Mark, and Luke, right, prophecy of the end times. This is Matthew 24, verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Right, meaning, we're going to hear about all these different rumors of wars, right, and nations coming against each other. And just a lot we're going to hear about a lot going on in the world ultimately. And these things have to happen before the end comes. All right. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. Right. And so for this specific topic, the key is nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. Right. And so if you've seen the last video I put up, then you saw China loading 100 or so ICBMs, right, intercontinental ballistic missiles, right. So, it's evident if you had a spirit of discernment, right. If you're blessed with the spirit and you have knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, then you can clearly see. All right, you have eyes to see and ears to hear. Then you can clearly see what's going on and what's gearing up to take place, right? While the rest of these people had a spirit of slumber, pursuant to Romans 9:13, I believe it is. Let me just make sure I'm not butchering it. Salakia, I butchered it. It's chapter 11. Yeah, it's Romans 11. According as it is written. Romans 11:7, real quick. What then? Israel hath not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election, the hopeful elect, hath obtained it, and the rest were blinded. According as it is written, the Most High hath given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear unto this day. Right? So the majority of people have a spirit of slumber on them, right? And they're not going to understand these things, right? And most people, if they read articles like this, they would be fearful about it. Whereas the hopeful elect, it's like, this is a good thing, you know, for you hopeful elect out there. I pray that y'all of the hopeful elect. I pray I am as well. Abba Ratas, our Father will. We see that and we look at this as a good thing because it means our salvation is near. All right. Verse 8, all these are the beginning of sorrows. All right. It's the book of Mark, chapter 13. Okay, I was trying to see where to start at, but I'm gonna just start at 7. All right, to get the point, so I'm not making this too long. Mark 13:7. And when you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, be ye not troubled, for such things must needs be, but the end shall not be yet. Right? So rumors of World War III, race wars, the gender wars, LGBTQ wars, all this nonsense. All right? Well, it's not nonsense necessarily because these things have to happen. All right? Civil wars, right? Civil unrest, etc. Be not troubled because these things have to take place. For nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be earthquakes in diverse places, and there shall be famines and troubles. These are the beginning of sorrows, right? Many, many troubles are about to follow. All right, Jacob's trouble is about to hit, is about to tear Babylon up, something crazy. All right, Yahweh Shai is about to bring heavy judgment upon this place, Babylon the Great. And part of that judgment also, on top of Jacob's trouble, is these different wars that's going to take place. And, nations rising against Babylon. All right. And this is the book of Luke, chapter 21. I'm going to start at 7 real quick. And they asked him, saying, Master, but when shall these things be? And what sign will there be when these things shall come to pass? And he said, Take heed that ye be not deceived, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, I am the anointed. And that time draweth near. Go ye not therefore after them. But when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by. As we just read in 2 other scriptures, man, you're going to hear rumors of wars. You're going to hear about these wars and civil unrest, etc. All right. Then said he unto them, Nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. Okay. These things have to take place, man. All right. These things got to take place. I also thought it was funny that, where did I see it at? Okay, yeah. I thought it was funny when I read this, man, so I saved it. China denies report of 100 ICBMs in border silos, urges U.S. cuts. So basically, China is denying that they loaded 100 intercontinental ballistic missiles, which was just funny because, obviously it's true, and they're going to have to use them at some point. It's part of prophecy. These damn stupid ads popping up. Salakia, bear with me, because I didn't read this. I just had read the title and thought it was funny. Yeah, so basically China is just denying it, man. They denying it, but don't matter how much they deny it, man, because eventually, these countries are gonna have to use their ICBMs, to Bashim Yahushai is gonna use these countries to send nuclear missiles to Babylon. All right, so I just wanted to bring that out real quick, man, with the whole Al-Qaeda thing. And, the civil unrest and the World War III, these rumors of wars, etc., getting ready to take place, but Aparatazah would be able to hopefully elect, this ain't something we got to worry about. We just know that we're getting closer to the end, all right? Pursuant to the book of Romans, chapter 13 and verse 11, in that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believed. The night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness and let us put on the armor of light. Okay. Our salvation is nearer than when we believed. Look at the time. And with that, I'm ending it right there, man. 144, call halal ya bashim yahushai b'hashem rakah hakwadash. With that, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh b'hashem Yahushai.